All right. And we're live. Let me make sure this is, a little straight. There we go. Salam. For those of you new to this channel, this is Sabr Path. My name is Mustafa. I am a game developer. I've worked in the game industry, Treyarch, and a cycling company that has like an indoor cycling game. But when I was at Treyarch, I was doing administrative work. When I was at the cycling company, I was doing QA work. And right now with Sabr Path, I basically do all the work. I am the solo developer, and I have one game on Steam, and I'm working on another game, and I do other stuff. This isn't like my full time job. I don't really have a full time job. I have like a million part time jobs. That's basically life right now. But um, yeah, I'm trying to get another game out on Steam. Oh, okay, all right, I'm good. I want to make sure my collar is fine. Anyways, um. So today's stream, we're going to talk about Sweet Baby Inc. Looks like they are on the radar again. Hey, hero keeper of the shop, Sanam, how you doing? Welcome. Am I able to? Let me test this out. Can I get that on the screen? So I did some changes. Good, good. I'm doing good. How are you doing? I did some changes with the. What did I do? Alerts, widget settings. So I did some changes with um Streamlabs, and like I tried setting up so that I can bring a specific chat, like one chat line onto the screen, but it doesn't seem like I'm able to do it. Unless no. Anyways, I'll figure it out eventually. One of these days I'll be able to get the chats on the screen. Um All right, yeah, I'm glad you're doing great. So I'm gonna be streaming for. So right now it's a little bit after 10. I started a little bit late. I'm gonna stream until like 11:38. So I'll give myself 90 minutes. I try not to make the thing too long. The shopkeeper liked the thumbnail. I'm glad you liked the thumbnail. I saw that picture in Google image search. I was like, uh, I figured I'd put the villager from what man, I'm blanking right now. What's that game? Animal Crossing. I figured I'd put him on the thumbnail, and then I saw that where he's holding the axe. I'm like, perfect, perfect. This works. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about Sweet Baby Inc. because they were, or one of their employees was doing a presentation about how um, cozy games right now are promoting colonialism, and they need to fix cozy games. So we're gonna go into that. Um, do I need to, let me see. Let me get my notes up. Get that up. All right. And then I'm going to get this on screen. I didn't get on screen. So let me open up all these links. There's the article. Let me get the video up as well. We're going to watch the video. So because I want to give credit to the person who collected all this information. So give credit where credit's due. I know multiple people are talking about this, but I want to give credit to the one person who brought it up. Get me gives one more screenshot. Let's bring that over here. All right, so all this stuff is on this screen, and the fact they survived as a company is insane because they are basically paid by governments. They don't actually get paid by real people, like governments and the Larry Bucks and all that stuff. I'm wondering who's funding Sweet Baby. Yeah, the Larry Bucks, governments. They're Canadian. The Canadian government probably giving them money. The fact that they are complaining about colonialism just shows that they're Canadian, because that's a Canadian thing to complain about. Trump is lying. I thought he said he got rid of them. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not too sure about that. Oh, it looks like ads will run shortly for some viewers. Okay. Didn't know it was going to tell me that. But anyways, yeah. So I don't believe anything politicians say. Like they say one thing, especially the ones that are like at the federal level. Federal level, I don't trust any of them. They're all scumbags. They all lie. They're all buddies with each other. Like it's you can easily find pictures of Trump hanging out with the Clintons multiple times. Like they are buddies. They are close family friends. They don't hate each other. It's pro wrestling. That's all that is. But yeah, as far as Sweet Baby getting money, they're Canadian, so it's probably different. Like they get money from the Canadian government. But anyways, oh, ads inserted. Okay, this is kind of annoying that um YouTube's telling me when ads are running. But anyways, let's get over here. Let's start sharing the screen. I know I haven't been doing a lot. Well, first, before I get into that, before I get into the main topic, just a quick update for my viewers. I'm not going to take too many minutes talking about this, but I've just been really busy. A lot of stuff going on. Busy with my job. So I haven't been able to work on Beware Tomorrow at all. The goal initially was to get it out this month so that I can get it out before October, but that doesn't look like that's a reality at this point. Because it's a horror game, I figured October would be a good time for it to be released. But it is what it is. I gotta realize that that's not going to be the reality. Beware Tomorrow is not going to come out. Like the game's really close to being finished. I just need to like get some solid time working on it. But like I said, I gotta work on things that'll actually make me money. Because I need to pay the bills, and if I don't pay the bills, then I'm being a disappointment to my family. I have to, they're my responsibility. So aside from that, let's see. Yeah, working on. I was able to get a couple of videos out last week because the week before I didn't get any video out. So I need to get a video out this week before I get behind schedule again. And I might have gotten shadow banned. So let me open this up real quick. Let's open this. Let's go here. Let's go to the YouTube studio. And let's go to content. And then let's go to here. So, yeah. Let me share screen now. There we go. All right. So, yeah, this you can see how little money I make off of this. But yeah, this was going, and it was going, and then all of a sudden at like 2 a.m., boom, it flatlines. It just completely goes flat. And then similar, this is like at the same time I had the Charlie Kirk video up as well. And so like around, well, this didn't flatline as hard, like it was already tapering off, but then it was like around the same time, 2 a.m., like this also lost momentum like pretty bad. So it should be like there are people online who say, yeah, reach out to YouTube chat support and then tell them, hey, the automated system might have flagged me. Can you take a look at it? And then they'll fix it. And I reached out, and the person's like, yeah, we don't do that. I'm like, what? Okay. So I sent an email to them. I haven't heard back from the email, but there's a possibility I am shadow banned or flagged, maybe because of words I said. Have you thought about Patreon or buying me a coffee? I do have a Ko-fi, the Kofi account. Um, I've been thinking about doing Patreon, but the thing with Patreon is that I don't have any. Well, first of all, I need to have like a good, like, strong following. I don't feel like I have a strong enough following for that yet. And secondly, um, f- while I do think some people would be willing to just join the Patreon just for the sake of supporting, um, I also think I should have some sort of additional content on there to make it worthwhile for them, other than the fact that they're, helping support the channel. And at this point, I'm not sure what kind of content to add, but I also, in addition to that, making more content is time consuming for me, and this is the reason why I went from doing 2 videos a week to now I'm doing 1 video a week plus this live stream, because the live stream is it's easier for me to do. It's quicker for me to do a 90-minute live stream plus like an hour or so of prep time, rather than doing a video, which is like, a few hours of prep time, getting an outline out, and then I record it. And then after I record it, I go through editing, and then, cut out all the dead air, and the ums and uhs, make sure that I don't get tongue tied, and also add B roll. It takes hours for me to make an 8-minute video. So that's why I switched from doing 2 videos a week to 1 video and doing the live stream. But also the live stream, it's fun. I get to interact with you guys, and I feel like the interaction is it's fun to do, and it helps build the audience, build the community. But anyways, so what were we talk about? Sorry, not Sweet Baby. Square Enix. So why companies like Square Enix use Sweet Baby as consultancy? Well, it was because the Larry Bucks. Now I don't know if the Larry Bucks are the Larry Bucks are dried out or not. I try to not say specific things. So let me put this guy on screen instead of saying his name out loud. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, this guy. When I say Larry Bucks, I'm talking about this guy right here. Just to be clear. I don't like speaking in code, but that's the unfortunate thing about YouTube. YouTube is the biggest platform, so the only alternative is to go to something like Rumble and have like no audience, essentially, because Rumble has a minuscule audience compared to YouTube. I mean, I'm on YouTube, and I'm happy to see the tens of people that are on here, and that's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure if I go to Rumble, I get like one at most. But it's either go on YouTube and speak in code, or go on Rumble and say whatever I want, and then I have no audience. Um, let's see. Okay, so that's the update. Just wanted to share that. And let me close out this. Let's get so this is the article. Let's go back to this scene. Right here, there we go. All right. So this is the article, but it's mainly going off this video, which we'll watch that in a moment. I haven't watched the video, but basically there was what was the thing called? The Game Devs of Color Expo, which I hate the term of color. It's so ridiculous. If you say colored people, then you're segregating. But if you say people of color, then you're enlightening. Like what's the difference? They're both the same. They're both ridiculous. Hey, Servan Balahi. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Anyway, so yeah, I don't like the fact that they try to spin colored people into a good thing, but then if you also say colored people, it's still bad. Because Joey Swole got in trouble for saying colored athletes instead of athletes of color. Switching whichever comes first doesn't change it. It's both the same thing. You must speak our language, otherwise we won't accept you. SBI detected. I am now here. Yep. So yeah, so there's this expo that just happened, and then one of their team members, Tristan, gave a talk about decolonizing cozy games. And let's get into it. We'll just we'll watch the video together. I'll pause it occasionally to talk about, give my thoughts. But here is the video. Let's go full screen. Oh, let me make sure that volume is on. All right.
Sweet Baby Inc.
Can you guys hear that?
Back.
That you're able to hear that? So, like, this is Gothic Therapy. This is the channel that brought this to light. I don't really subscribe to them. I don't know. I guess the guy's voice. I'm not too sure. I shouldn't hate on his voice though, because I know I have a weird voice too. People talk about my voice is weird, but well, I guess that, and also like I don't like their avatars. Like, if you're gonna be like a VTuber or something, like at least have a good looking avatar. Like their avatars look like MS Paint. Okay, yeah, you can hear it. Okay, great. All right, let's
From the
get
grave.
Going.
Partnerships hidden and allies to save.
On Blue Sky, they posture while paywalls conceal.
The same tired agenda dressed up to appeal.
Okay, let's get into it.
The totally normal consulting company that totally doesn't terrify people and make them do things or instill fear in people at all. No. They're misunderstood, and we're all bigots for saying otherwise.
Somehow this same woman doing weird things. Yeah. She. I'm pretty sure she worships you know, the how do I say this without getting in trouble? The evil being. The most evil being in monotheism. Anyways, so yeah, like let's get going. Yeah, I get, this is one thing I don't like about their channel. Like these characters look like MS Paint drawings. I don't know. I feel like if you don't want to be on camera, that's fine. I don't hate on that, but at least have characters that look like there's effort into drawing them. I don't know. Yes, the goat, the goat, the mouth. Not sure, but yeah, the goat being, yes.
They are back on Blue Sky. Now, Sweet Baby Inc. for a while has been very radio silent on all social medias.
Yeah.
I would know because I have access to their Twitter, and
we haven't heard
posted
from them
anything
lately.
there in ages as well. But they've done that because obviously they don't want feedback on anything, so they've tried their best to kind of.
Well, not only that, but like Sony dropped them like in April, and they probably were like, okay, we need to disappear for a while so that we can bounce back, and I'm surprised they didn't just straight up rebrand, like just straight up change their company altogether.
Below profile, it hasn't really worked, but basically I was tipped off that they're very aware that people are watching them still, and they don't like that very much. But about a month ago, they decided to make a Blue Sky page, and they went on Blue Sky, and as you can see, honey, do you want to read the message at the bottom left corner?
Certainly. Pinned, Sweet Baby Inc. Hi, Blue Sky. Wave. We are Sweet Baby Inc.
Let me
We're a
speed
small.
this up a little bit. She's talking a little slow. Playback speed. Let's make it just slightly faster.
Narrative-focused studio that has contributed to the story and writing of over 80 titles across the games industry. We've worked with wonderful teams of all shapes and sizes since 2018, helping to build words, journeys, and characters. Greenheart.
Well, yep, they're so tiny and they don't do anything we say they do and everything. Clearly, because 80 titles. That's just
One thing I want to say is that yeah, they are a problem, but Sweet Baby Inc. is not the cause of the problem. They are a symptom of the problem. Like if they are tied to any major game, regardless of like whether Spider-Man, God of War, Rocksteady's game, which I don't want to say that because it has too many naughty words in it. Their latest game that failed. That's just a sign that the studio has bad management and bad leadership. Because if they had good management and good leadership, then they wouldn't have hired, Sweet Baby Inc. And so they're more of a symptom of the problem rather than the problem themselves. They are not the core of the problem. Like they're not going to come in and ruin a game that was going to be good. If they come in, then the game was going to have problems to begin with. Yeah, the S Squad, Harley Quinn Squad, Harley Quinn and friends.
small number. Don't mind you. Anyways, what you people don't know is a couple things. So we recently revealed that there was a game, and I have to give a shout out to Real Coffee Choco on Twitter. Let me know about this, about their Blue Sky page. And basically what ended up happening was they were posting about a game that they were involved in called Henry Halfhead. And it definitely has them involved, and the reason is because they
wait,
basically
let's go back. What's it say? It's been incredible to see so much stuff for Henry Halfhead, and we're really excited for a wonderful Lulu team. We feel so lucky to have helped them with it. Okay, what is? I am curious. What is Henry Halfhead like? What kind of game is this supposed to be? I'm curious. I want to know. Let me see if I could pull something up on Henry Halfhead. Is there any like video, any screenshots, anything? Okay, there's something on Steam. Okay. All right. What is this? Let's get some sound. What? Okay, this is
Henry lives everyday life.
what?
Henry grows up being a curious explorer and loves playing with everything around them. The world is Henry's playground. As Henry grows older, they learn about responsibilities
So we
and that life
stuff.
is not only fun and games.
So Super Mario Odyssey.
Or is it? Help Henry be curious and playful again.
Like Henry is not half a head. Henry
And find
is missing
joy
his
in the
entire
simple
body.
things in life. Grow old with Henry. Double the Henry, double the fun. Play Henry's not so ordinary everyday life in co-op mode. Henry Halfhead.
Okay. I mean, that's weird, but at least it looks original. I'm pretty sure like some people would have fun with that. It's out already. So why are they what happened? So it's been incredible. Where they finished it. Okay. Okay. All right. So it's out. I thought for a second they said that it got canceled.
about a game that they were involved in called Henry Halfhead.
Okay.
And it's definitely has them involved, and the reason is because they basically announced it, but the game it's about a child named Henry, but they go by they them pronouns, and apparently they have Portuguese pronouns, but they have one for male and female, so they decided, no, we need a gender-neutral one, so we're going to make up one. It's Delu, I think is what they're saying. I have no idea. These people are nuts.
But yeah, all I'm hearing is gibberish, buzzwords, gibberish. We're sweet BB Ink, we're crazy, look at me.
Yeah.
What people don't know, it appears that there is another game that they accidentally, and I say accidentally because they put it this way. I'm going to say this I'm speaking to Cameron while I know you guys watch us. I've been made aware that you watch us, and since one of your relatives emailed us once, we know you watch, okay?
We are the Eye of Sauron. We know everything.
Well, I'm the Eye of Sauron. You're more.
I know. I'm more just your help.
You're the tower. I'm the eye in the puppet. There you go.
That works for me.
I'm speaking to Cameron Wild. You may know Cameron, and I'm totally gonna butcher pronouns here. I really don't care, and I'm saying it bluntly. I don't care. I do not care. Okay.
No one cares.
Cameron, whatever your pronouns are, you're the same person who said that you wanted to burn down the games industry. You know, if you go on a show or a talk, which again, I want to make very clear, Sweet Baby Inc. in the past couple of months have been giving a bunch of talks. They've done at least 5 of them. Why don't we have any of them? Well, because they're all behind paywalls. One of them is behind a $599 a month paywall with
See, I don't get. Why is it this tightened up? Okay. Anyways, like, this is a lot of money just to get like a bunch of lectures that eventually ends up being for free. I mean, like the good ones end up being free. I'm not saying they're all bad, because GDC Vaults does have like really good lectures. I used to listen to them all the time, but right now I just have really hard time fitting into my schedule listening to stuff like podcasts or lectures or whatever. Just because when I'm working, I try to stay in the zone. And I don't want to get distracted. But as far as like, the paywall, like this is for the garbage. You're paying extra money for the garbage. So either you're wasting money on garbage, or like your studio, it's like a business expense. Like you're writing it off as a business expense, or the studio is paying, for you. And I'm pretty sure some studios pay their employees GDC membership. I haven't had an employer pay for like GDC Vault for me, but I have employers that pay for like Udemy accounts for me. One of my current employers gave me access to a Udemy account, but this is garbage. It was good until it became crazy. Probably, I personally, I've been to GDC like 2 times. I think it was like 2013 and 2014, and at that time I was way more shy than I am now. I've been working on my introverted personality, try to make myself more social. And at that point, I got lots of anxiety when I went there. And one of the years I volunteered at the IGDA booth, but I wasn't able to attend any of the lectures because that was like a higher tier. Like the lowest tier, you don't get to visit any of or watch any of the lectures. Like you just basically are able to come in.
Background checks.
You heard him. $600 a month plus background checks just to watch a talk show.
Yeah, because they know that we're watching.
Whoa, a month. First, I was thinking this was a year. A month? Wow. Wait, no, that's wrong. $649 for 12-month individual access. No, that's not $600 a month. That's $600 a year. They got that wrong. So there's 12-month access. It's for one person, 12-month access. So yeah, they're getting that wrong.
Paywall with background checks.
You heard him. $600 a month plus background checks just to watch a talk show.
Yeah, because they know that we're watching and they don't want people to know. Or you got to go to their exclusive watch parties, which you also have to pay for an actual ticket to go see.
I am not wasting my money that way. Just saying.
But one of these talks was with Cameron and Tristan Tarwater, which we'll get to. And Cameron, when you submit a blurb to let them know what games you've worked on, you might want to check that all the games that you're saying you worked on.
One thing I noticed about like all these, like whenever something is is explicitly supposed to be like a representation thing, like especially for all the rainbow stuff, they always use art styles that are extremely ugly, like art styles with like extra big noses and extra big lips. And I'm not saying big noses and lips are ugly inherently, but like they make it like their lips got stung by bees. Like they just always put like huge bee swollen lips and just huge noses. Like they just I don't know, like they love making the faces look ugly. Like you could tell something is explicitly supposed to be for the rainbow representation just from the art style, because they love using those features. It was good. What kind of name is Tarwater?
Publicly available, or that you've mentioned it, because as you can see here, it's Cameron Wild that says the talk that he's doing was lost and found in translation, converting RPGs.
I think Cameron's a woman.
Experiences into video games.
But he did say that he didn't care. He didn't care about Cameron's pronouns. But yeah, Tristan Tarwater.
Tabletop roleplay games.
So one thing about all these they them people, their names are not real. Like they go by fake names. Like Cameron Wild, probably Tarwater is fake. What was that other person? The one that went over that called Smash JT's job. Chris Kindred, who I think Chris Kindred's a woman. Yeah, they all they all rename themselves. When they rebrand their pronouns, they also rename themselves. That's why they have crazy names like Tarwater.
TTR RPGs experiences into video games.
Tabletop roleplay games.
It says Cameron Wild is a writer whose journey through storytelling has taken them from documentary films to games and beyond.
Okay.
With contributions to titles like Unusual June, God of War Ragnarok, South of Midnight, and Winterborough. They hope to help resonant stories find their place in the world. Their favorite things include all black clothing, crafting, and their to the soul of human man. I have no idea what that is. Okay.
What? I don't know what that is either. I was gonna say, but before we got to that, I was gonna say like, I hate how when they talk about non-binary, like they write it as if it's a group of people. They hope to help their favorite. Like you're not a group of people. You're one person.
I feel like it's a dog.
You admitted that you work on a game that's called Winterborough. Now, honey, that's a game that's actually quite popular. But, honey, what kind of game is it?
It's a winter survival game where you play as a mouse in the woods and make your burrow hollowed out in a tree comfortable to live in through the harsh winter.
It's not just a survival game. It's a cozy survival game. But wait,
okay.
Cozy game? We have to decolonize it right now.
Oh,
I'm not familiar with Winterborough.
But the thing we really want to talk about is there was a talk given recently, and I say recently because it was within 3 days ago.
Okay.
I have been told that it was recorded.
So it's probably
whether
like last
we'll ever
week.
get the recording, I do not know. They had a talk that is decolonizing cozy.
Like they got a lip filler. Yeah. The Saravan Balahi. Yeah. Going back to what I said about the art style. Yeah. Like they all look like they got lip filler. What's Let me pull up one of these games real quick, just to show my point. Trying to think of one. What's that game that the Validate? That's what it's called. Validate game. Yeah. Let's pull this up. Yeah. Like they like to add. Whoa, this is ridiculous. But like they like to have like just really fat lip. I think this is more tame than some of the other ones. But they like to have like when you see a character like this, jeez, what is wrong with you guys? But anyways, when you see this type of art style, you could tell right off the bat, this game's gonna be gay, like literally. Just you see this art style, you see their faces, and all these games basically have the same type of art style, where it's like their lips look like they got stung by bees, and they like to give everybody big noses too, huge eyebrows, hairy arms on women. Like him, he looks more normal than her. Oh, what's wrong with you guys? Anyways, let's get back to this.
Honey, would you like to read what they have to say? Or
Certainly.
I don't care. I'm going to use them interchangeably. It's because I quite frankly don't care.
It said the following. What's so cozy about doing chores when you're at the center of the universe? Tristan J. Tarwater, fake name.
We could say it could possibly be propaganda. Was good, Sabr. Hey, how's it going? Salam. But yeah, I agree. Definitely propaganda. That's probably it. Like they want to code because they love coding. They love this coded, queer coded. Like they love to have their coding, and the art style itself is probably a code. Like they want you to know right off the bat that this game is going to be about this specific thing.
Into cozy games.
Like, this is the most important thing about this game. The gameplay is not important. This thing is the most important thing.
How they uphold values of colonialism in their mechanics and narrative. More than just being about quote-unquote vibes. Cozy games project an idea of...
Here's the thing about cozy games. And this is one thing I taught my students at the beginning of the semester is that genre, like when we talk about, well, at least from a game designer perspective, genre, we look at the core mechanics. Like for example, a platformer, platforming is a genre, and you jump, you sometimes attack, but like the core mechanic is that the thing that you do moment to moment in a game that's making the game fun is what defines the genre. So jumping around, platforming. I want to be your student. Not at this school. No. Don't go to this school. Someone's gonna find this video. They're gonna find my employer, and then they'll get me fired. I shouldn't say anything negative. This is why I don't talk about where I work, because I don't want to get get in trouble. But anyways, the point being is from a designer's perspective, the moment to moment is what defines the genre. So like platforming is a genre. And a good example would be a good example to show that platforming is a genre would be like if we look at Hollow Knight. The moment to moment, like what makes it fun for like 30 seconds to a minute, is the jumping around and platforming and attacking. So Hollow Knight, from a genre perspective, is a platformer. When we look at something like cozy or horror is another good example of what's not a genre. Horror, from a design perspective, is not a genre because horror can be survival, It can be action. It could be all sorts of things. Horror can be a wide range of different gameplay mechanics. So horror is more of an aesthetic or a visual theme. Same with cozy. Cozy, like you look at cozy games, they have multiple different types of gameplay mechanics. Many of them do not share the same core mechanics. Like some of them have like farming mechanics, some have relationship mechanics, some is about setting up your room, some is about setting up your house. They all have like different types of mechanics, but they share most of them share a visual theme. Oh, I've seen some that's like you're building an island. Like you form the island and you put houses on the island, but it's still a cozy game. Cozy games, most of them share a aesthetic or visual theme. So yes, cozy is about the vibes, because cozy is not a mechanic. Cozy is it is a theme or a visual theme or aesthetic. So Tristan clearly doesn't understand game design because Tristan's complaining about the vibes. Horror is atmosphere. Yeah, exactly. It's an atmosphere. It's an atmosphere. It is like a visual design. It's a aesthetic. It's not a genre. Like if you say I'm making a horror game, that's why when I describe Beware Tomorrow, I mention horror, but I say it's a first-person stealth puzzle game. That way people understand, okay, that's the type of game Beware Tomorrow is. It's not Resident Evil. You're not shooting zombies. Okay?
What is safe and rewarding for players and often promote values of capitalism by rewarding individualism and consumption. What makes them satisfying for many can also make things uncomfortable for marginalized people. By exploring and questioning the definitions and values of cozy games and colonialism, we can make cozy games even cozier.
So going back to this, like, well, first and foremost, this is the mentality of a child seeing somebody else playing with a toy that isn't meant for them, but sees that the other person's having fun. The other kid's having fun with a toy or a game. And then this person comes in, this bratty child comes in and says, I see you're having fun. We need to change the rules so that I have fun. And that's a child who doesn't understand how to play well with others. I'm very certain, like, this is a universal experience that everyone's gone through, in which, you know, you're playing a game and then some other kid wants to hijack the game and alter it so that it benefits them instead of the majority who's already having fun. And this is like one of the major reasons why Souls-like fans are so adamant to not wanting the From Software games to get easier or less challenging, because they already love From Software's Souls-like games. They don't want it changed. But then you have other people who see that and they're like, well, they're having fun and that game looks cool and I want to have fun too. And that's like a selfish mentality. Yeah, a child, a perpetual teenager. Yeah, exactly. And Tristan over here sees other people having fun with cozy games. The cozy games are very popular right now. They're very trendy at the moment. That's why you see so many indie game developers just churning out cozy games left and right. There's so many of them coming out. and because they're very popular and they sell well and people enjoy them. There are some people who have channels in which they only talk about cozy games. And so this person, Tristan, she wants to. I'm gonna get banned off YouTube. Misgendering people left and right. Anyways, so she is like, oh, we need to change this so I like it. That's one thing. But all this nonsense about, okay, the idea of what is safe and rewarding for players and often promote values of capitalism by rewarding individualism and consumption. Like, okay, so learning business sense and building systems is a bad thing. Learning systems that lead to productivity and success is a bad thing. Like, what is this nonsense? And what makes them satisfying for many can also make things uncomfortable for marginalized. So, play a different game. Just play a different game. You want to alter the whole, all these games. You want to alter the majority of these games so that it's no longer fun for the majority, but more comfortable for the marginalized. It's more comfortable for the people who aren't the target audience. First of all, I hate this word marginalized. Like, they're not marginalized. They're just not the target audience. That's one thing. They're not the target audience. Secondly, it's okay. Not every game is for everybody. A game for everybody is a game for nobody. You find the target audience and you make the game good for that target audience. Now, if we're talking about accessibility things like for colorblind people, or hard of hearing, hard of sight, button remapping for people who can't use their hands really well, all those things, yeah, go ahead, add that in, make it more accessible for people who are handicapped. Don't make it more accessible for people who are mentally handicapped. Like, that's what you do with the game. Uncomfortable for marginalized people by exploring and questioning the definitions and values of cozy games and colonialism. What is this nonsense? Yet these people call us picky baby. Yeah, exactly. All right,
It's even cozier.
You like cozy games? Banned. You can't have a family. You can't have anything. Banned. Can't have them. It's colonialism.
I like match 3 games. That's as cozy as it gets.
But let's get into the actual talk, shall we? Because, oh boy, is it nice.
Oh, we're going to have so much fun.
First off, I love the pink coloring. Nothing says I'm a they, them like making my background pink.
It's my poor, beautiful
I
dog
agree.
eyes. My soul, it burns.
We're going to learn today, guys. We're going to learn how cozy games promote colonialism. Colonialism in cozy games, where? Good question. Let's take a look at that.
When you see so many white people, the outside
That's the first line. That's the first line.
Wait, what?
the outside individual.
Oh, right there, that one. Really? Wow. What does she have to say about Europe? like Europe is where they all came from. Europe's colonialized. Well, I mean, okay, all right. Good job, goofball.
Individual who saves the day. I'm
Wait,
guessing
wait. The outside individual who saves the day. What does she have to say about Seven Samurai? Is that colonialism? I want to know what her thoughts on Seven Samurai is. Like those samurai were outsiders. They were not part of the village, but they saved the day because the villagers were weak and couldn't defend themselves. And that's a story. It's just not a story about colonialism. It's a story about the strong standing up for the weak. Like that's what the Seven Samurai is about. It's a classic tale. If you're not familiar with Seven Samurai, check it out. Classic movie. The hero is a colonialist now. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like sometimes an outsider needs to save the people who are oppressed, because the outsider might have knowledge that the rest don't have. The outsider might, the people who are being oppressed, they might be beaten down. They have no will to keep going, and the outsider has that will, or the outsider has a different process of thinking, etc. Like there's many reasons why the outsider might have the ability to help those who are weak. Classic movie. Yeah, check out Seven Samurai if you have not. I know, like most Muslims know of the story of Dhul Qarnayn, because that's part of the chapter. So we have the chapter called Al-Kahf, the cave. So the cave is a chapter we read on Fridays. And part of that chapter, there's a story of Dhul Qarnayn, who is a pious, strong king who, he basically traveled, and he comes to a village of people, and they're constantly being oppressed by these savages who just come and just destroy everything and go and come and go. And Dhul Qarnayn, he helps them out. Oh, colonialism. He helped them out. Helping out oppressed people. That's colonialism. Like, this is low IQ. Low IQ. And don't they talk about how we're supposed to be helping the marginalized all the time? Isn't that colonialism too? Someone didn't think this through. Anyways.
They mean the out-of-towner, the guy who just comes into town?
So far, if your game has too many white people in it and you have a guy who comes out and saves the day at the end, that makes it colonialism. Okay, let's keep going.
The land is there for the taking. No, the land is the character's inheritance.
Nope, it's colonialism. Next.
Corn and wheat make number go up.
That's right, guys.
Like, sometimes no one owns the land. Like, is it wrong to, like, you find a plot of land and then you like, in a fictional game, you have a plot of land and then you start building a house? That's colonialism. It's like, okay, where are you supposed to live then?
Making money, colonialism, banned.
Nuclear
more
family
like no IQ. Yeah, exactly.
Family.
You can't have a normal family, banned.
Well, nuclear family. See, they are so anti-nuclear family. Like two major things with this. One is they want to, first of all, they say that it's bad to normalize this when this is literally how people are born. What they call it, heteronormative. Well, yeah, of course it needs to be. Of course, it needs to be the norm if we want to reproduce. Yeah, knucklehead. They make a bad thing, make it as if it's a bad thing to reproduce, because the fact that it's something that the rainbow people can't do. Well, it's the norm. Stop being mad about it. That's how people are born. Secondly, the other thing I want to say about this is that they, because that they are anti this, they are actually promoting the real systemic problems that hurt, for example, black families, the majority of them in the United States. Because I mean, I don't know what the exact number. I've seen people say 80%, but I'll be generous and say the lower number, which I've seen, it's just 70%. 70% of black families are they don't have a father, only a mother. Like it's a single mother household. So it's not a nuclear family. It's led by a single mother. And when you don't have a father, that leads to a whole range of, like, everything becomes an uphill battle for the children. Like they get worse grades in school. They perform worse in schools. They're more likely to enter crime when they don't have a father in the household. They're more likely to have worse health. Like they're less fit. They get sick more often. They're more obese. Like everything across the board, everything is worse when you have a single mother household, because the nuclear family is the norm. Families are meant to be raised by at least a mother and father. Maybe like better to have additional, like, the grandparents, aunts and uncles, etc. But at the very least, mother and father, because expecting one person to play all the roles, you're setting up that family for failure. And so that is the real systemic racism that they always talk about, that they want to refer to systemic. But the real systemic problem is when you promote specific families to not have a mother and father, and then that ruins it for the next generation. That makes it a uphill battle for the children to grow up to be productive and strong and be leaders. That's the main reason why they're anti-nuclear family. They want specific families to stay weak and messed up. They make it that it's obvious that they're part of the death cult masked as rainbow people. Yeah, I agree.
And colonialism banned.
Monochronic structures, the 4 seasons, and a Gregorian calendar.
Nope. Seasons, monochrome structures, calendars, banned. Colonialism.
Like, if we're living in North America, which the Gregorian calendar is what we use on a day-to-day basis, why change it? This is what I was saying. I don't think it was last week, but maybe the week before, where progressivism is all about solving problems, and when you have no problems to solve, you make up problems. You're using the Gregorian calendar. Okay? And what? That's a problem. Why is it a problem? They just want to make things a problem. They just want to turn it into a problem. Oh, I like the fact that my face is lined up in the right spot. I didn't have to move me. Like I got these two right above me. But anyways, I just noticed that. Yeah, like turning things into a problem that isn't even a problem. 4 seasons? Like, that's literally how the world works. What's wrong with 4 seasons? Like, oh man. All right. So this cozy game. Let me pull up this game real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull up a game real quick. So this is a cozy game. Where are you? There it is. And okay, yeah. So there it is. All right. All right. So here we go. Look at this game. All right. Well, I see water. That's a problem. The water is blue. It needs to be a different color. This is systemic. This is a systemic issue. Animals, you're placing them against their will? That's oppression. That's oppressive right there. What? You're building an island? What if they don't like beaches? Trees on the ground? Why aren't they in the water? Yo, why are they making a bridge to get from one side to the other? What if this side doesn't like that side? Keep your colonialism. Okay, yeah, these guys are...
Banned. Can't have any of them.
That's the same
How is
mindset.
Winter, spring, summer, and autumn colonial.
Don't ask questions, just pay them money and they'll fix it for you.
No, conveniently ancient civilizations.
Ancient civilizations? Wrong. Nope. Colonialism.
Spirituality is silly.
No spirituality in your game. You can't have it. It's colonialism.
And straight up racism. Where?
Yep, that's right. If all those
Spirituality is silly. Well, straight up, she's clearly that, but spirituality is silly. Like here's the thing. Like I'm not saying you need to be religious. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying you need to be a Muslim. I'm not saying you need to be religious. But like from my perspective, like the reason why secular people, at the very least, gravitate to spirituality is because it's in our nature to believe in a higher being. It's in our nature to be drawn towards the higher being, the higher calling. And when you have people who are secular, who don't care, whatever the reason, whether they don't care for it or they want to reject it, a lot of times they end up gravitating towards spirituality. This new age definition of spirituality, which basically means that they want to be religious, but they don't want to define themselves as religious. And I'm pretty sure she's referring to the actual spirituality towards actually being religious. But my point being is that from my perspective, from what I've perceived, everyone's really drawn to this because it's in our nature.
things aren't in your games, they can decide anything else is racist.
How do any of the things on this list promote colonialism? I don't get it.
In their minds. Guys, do you want to know what games you can play that you're allowed to play that fixes these problems? Well, here it goes. Games, check out The Fields of Mysteria, The Salt City Chronicles, and Mutazoin. I have no idea what that is.
Mutazione?
And then, wait, guys.
Okay.
Tales of the Shire. Wait a minute, honey. Wait a minute.
Tales of the Shire.
Tales of the Shire.
Isn't that a Sweet Baby Inc. game?
So, you know what? You know how you can fix it and make your games better? Buy their games. Guys, if you know, it's basically
okay.
they came in here and said,
I guess it is a. See, I wasn't sure if there was a connection to Sweet Baby Inc. or not when I did my video on Tales of Shire with Ojiro. But it looks like that's confirmation. But regardless, it seems like regardless of what Sweet Baby Inc. did with Tales of the Shire, it doesn't change the fact that that game was, it clearly had development issues, and Sweet Baby Inc. was not the cause of what made that game bad. Sweet Baby Inc. is just one of the symptoms. Talking about excluding everyone around the world to not play their game. They're saying games for everyone is a game made for no one. Yeah, exactly. I agree.
we have a problem with, we need to decolonize cozy games. But also, if you want to fix it, you need to pay us to fix the problem that we created.
Sigh.
Isn't that great? We've
No.
made a problem in our imaginations, and you need to pay us.
Yeah,
to
that's exactly what I was saying. They made a problem in their imaginations. They when they see no problem, they have to make up a problem just so that they can progress. That's progressivism in a nutshell. You need to make up a problem when there are no problems left. And that's why she says having 4 seasons. Like who listens to this and is like, yeah, that makes sense. Having 4 at the very least. I mean, like, I guess there are some people who are brainwashed to think, yeah, that's bad. This is bad. That's bad. But then they see like 4 seasons. What? Okay. If it's a problem, please propose a solution. What is a solution to the problem of 4 seasons? I would like to hear your proposition.
fix the imaginary problem that we made.
These people are so dumb. And that's an insult to dumb people. I seriously have no words. I want to laugh so loudly, but then I would burst everyone's eardrums.
I want to make something clear, though, okay? If you wanted to see this talk, you can't. It's recorded, but you can't. Do you want to know?
Wait, I'm curious. Is this person, Tristan, is she a psyop? Like, is this like a psyop to like get us to argue with each other just because of like how insane her claims are? Like, this is so dumb. And it's like, is this like intentionally to like get us to argue with each other? Like this, like I said, some of these things, like, I mean, yeah, they push for this, you know, oh, nuclear family's bad because it's heteronormative, or, you know, like, but then you, what's your explanation to 4 seasons? That's just, yeah, first world problem. Yeah, exactly.
What you had to do to see this talk?
Either go see it live or pay
No.
$600. Oh, it's not that one?
You had to go see it live at a watch party of approved people. That's the only way, because guess what? Nothing says we're right, and we have at a watch party.
This is last week, and they are wearing, like, this is like the thing. A person who does paint on a car. This is a mask when you're like painting, you know, adding a coat of paint to your car. Like, that's the type of mask. But anyway, like, they're willingly wearing masks in 2025. Makes sense what you said. That does feel like a psyop.
Of approved people. That's the only way, because guess what? Nothing says we're right and we have nothing to hide, like hiding it.
Honey, you're a therapist. Make it make sense.
I'm sorry. My powers as a therapist can only do so much. I cannot make nonsense make sense.
Fair enough. Because this is absolute nonsense all the way around in every sense of the word.
I don't know. I just think it's quite funny that these people are like, we're not doing anything wrong. We're fine. Also, anybody finds out about us, lock everything down.
All right. I think I got the gist of their video. But let's look at these. Okay, so because I don't think they covered these. So the often framed as undoing of colonial influences and decolonization. Okay, sorry, I skipped that part. I was thinking colonization. Oh, decolonization, undoing of colonial influences and structures. It also is also a creative process of imagining what cultures would look like if not disrupted by the exploitation of colonialism. So I'm not going to, like, you know, a lot of people. I'm thinking like specifically like Matt Walsh, like whatever Matt Walsh talks about like colonialism. He's like so pro Europe, like oh, this is it saved the world. It made the world a better place. Like, I am definitely not on that boat where like colonialization saved the world, because they definitely did a lot of evil things. they messed up a lot of areas in the world, but at the same time, bloody would be the answer. Yeah, I mean, like at the same time, like the world today would not be where we're at the moment, and the more important the thing with history in general, the important thing about history is not to try to like actively undo the world, because when you do that, you're just going to create more injustices for people who don't deserve those injustices. Instead, we need to move forward and try to avoid the same injustices and mistakes that the people in the past made. Like we're not going to create justice for people who died literally thousands of years ago by creating injustice for people who are living today. And that's what these people think that they're doing. What, I don't even know how to say that word. What? Okay, so what are these things? The process/practice of rejecting Eurocentric ways of knowing and being. Coined by this person, this concept acknowledges how different concepts of the cosmos. Okay, you completely lost me. Concepts of the cosmos influence knowledge acquisition, information storage, and transfer. The ideas of the self. See, when they mock religious people for talking about God, but then they start talking about the cosmos. All right, so who controls the cosmos? Is it just all random acts of chance? Is that it? Or is there a higher being? Which one is it? Is it all completely random, or is there a higher being? Don't mock people for believing in a higher being if you're going to start talking about the cosmos, because what's controlling the cosmos? Is the cosmos controlling us? And what's controlling the cosmos? Like what where are you coming from? What are you trying to say? Anyways, how we can decolonize cozy games. Let's do it. Let's decolonize. We can start the process of decolonizing and practicing decolonity by questioning ourselves and those we trust. I don't even think this is a real word. They just made up a word. That's a made up word. That's a made up word. They're just making stuff up. Okay, so by questioning ourselves and those we trust around us. Okay? They don't trust anybody though. They trust nobody. What does safety mean for the audience we're trying to reach? It's a video game. Safety means I could play the game, I don't get epilepsy, I don't get motion sickness. That's what safety means. Safety. Like, what is it? Dangerous? If I don't get epilepsy and I don't get motion sick, then that's basically it. All right. Moving on. What mechanics? See, the thing is, she clearly has no understanding of mechanics. But anyways, what mechanics, rewards, cultural touchstones, and character archetypes will we implement that will resonate with them? I'm very certain she has no clue of character archetypes that resonate universally. She has zero clue. What is the relationship of the player character to the NPC community? Why she bold the word community for NPC? The NPC community? Is she saying it like as if like the black community and the gay community and this community? Now we got the NPC community. Is like their definition of community. Anyways, to the NPC community and how we can handle this mechanically and narratively. What? Like, what's the complaint? I don't know. Like, what is the relationship of the player to the NPC community and how we can handle this mechanically? Like, I don't understand what the problem is. Like, that's what's she saying? What's she complaining about? All right. How many generations of people are preset anytime? Generations is a bad thing now. Why is it a bad thing to, like, what's it matter? Well, can't play any of Sid Meier's Civilization games because you go through so many generations in that one. That's a naughty game. Keep that one away from the kids. We don't want them to get exposed to the many generations you go through. Wow. Like, oh man. This is amazing. How is time measured? With a clock? How does this play out mechanically in narrative? Like, what is the wrong with time? Why is this a thing? Like, okay, an hour of gameplay can be a day in the game. Is that your complaint? Or are you just complaining that time passes linearly? Do you want time to pass non-linearly? Like, what is the complaint here? Oh, let's okay. All right. We're done with this. I think we got the gist of this video. I don't think they go over anything else. Yeah, I'm just skipping through. I don't see anything else. Oh, man. All right. My brain. That's all right. What do you guys think, chat? Do I need to rethink how I design my games? I gotta make sure that, you know, time does not pass in a sequential order. I don't want to offend the time community. You know, those who are anti-time community. Don't want to offend them. Yeah, if let's see, anything else? Well, as I mean, we're getting close to wrapping up. Maybe 20 more minutes. If you want to drop a super chat, go ahead. I'll put that on the screen. If you don't, that's fine. I'll read your regular chats. But melting my brain. It's yeah. My brain's melting too. Like, it's listening to all what you're. I mean, me reading. I'm trying to comprehend what she wrote. It makes no sense. Like, complaining about, like, we have to question how characters interact with NPCs and the NPC community. What's that mean? What's wrong? Like, you walk up to an NPC and talk to it. What is the issue? And it just comes back down to that they want to create issues. They need to invent issues to solve, because they're on the right side of history. No, you're trying to alter society and make it inconvenient for the majority just so that you can, like, make a change for the sake of making a change, making it unfun for the majority just for the sake of changing things. And that's not how you progress. That's how you tear things apart. And yeah, there's always gonna be, as far as games, there's gonna be people who won't like certain games, and that's fine. That's totally fine. And as far as things in general, there's gonna be things that aren't gonna be for everybody. And some people might want to get into something and can't for one reason or another, but everyone's gonna have a struggle. Everyone struggles at something. You can't get rid of struggle. You can't get rid of pain. You can't get rid of challenge. That's life. This is not heaven. Like this is not paradise. We're throughout all of time, people have been challenged and worked. And it wasn't until like the last 100 or so years, maybe less than that, in which people didn't have to like go out and like get their food physically, and they're living in their comfortable AC homes, and these people are so entitled. They're like, oh, I need food brought to me. This is systemic hatefulness. No, life's about challenge. Regardless, you have to work. You have to do stuff. You have to get things done. Something stops you. Something slows you down. Find a different way. Get around it. Get through it. Get stronger. Like they want to promote weakness. They want to promote laziness. They want to promote narcissism and being self-entitled. Like their universe revolves around them, and like the fact that they have these conferences and giving out these lectures as if they're people of authority, as if they're people who are educating others. Like, get out of here, you goofballs. Yeah, anyways, so I don't really have too much else to say about this. Let me see. So I don't to skim through that article real quick. It doesn't have anything other than what was already mentioned in that video. Yeah, I don't see anything else in addition to this. Okay, I see this. Let me put this on screen real quick, or let me open a new tab. All right, yeah. So let's put this on screen. Where's it? Right screen. There we go. All right. So here we go. This is how they operate. Western devs make an attractive game, but problematic according to Western governments. I mean, like, I don't think like just to be clear, like I don't think characters need to be sexy. Like having them be attractive is fine, but they don't need to be sexy. Like that's its own different conversation. Kim Blair, CEO of Sweet Baby Inc. and operator of that place, is hired to make the game more inclusive. She proceeds to add the company's contractor to that place's client portfolio. Is that confirmed? Is that confirmed that she is working for them? Allegedly, I don't know. So this picture, I don't like how this is always taken out of context, because this was like one scene from a trailer, and it was like a fisheye lens, and she doesn't even look like that in the game. So I don't like that this is constantly being taken out of context. I think if we're making a point, we should not take things out of context and keep pointing at it as if it was a problem. I mean, the fact that they made her that, I mean, that's clearly they're going for the messaging. But yeah, here we go with the Larry Bucks. Oh wow, I'm gonna get banned for having that on screen. Whoops. I do not agree with. I did not look at this through. Let's go. Yeah, I should have looked that through before I put it on screen. In fact, I started questioning it once it said that she's an operator. I'm like, is that even confirmed? Is that even confirmed? This might be propaganda. I don't know if this is confirmed or not. I'll just say allegedly. Someone posted that on Twitter, and I was like, oh, this looks like a thing we could look at. But no, that it might be a lot of false information. But yeah, I don't see anything else. Anyways, so I guess I'll just wrap it up at this point. I appreciate you all joining. All you who interacted on the chat. Thanks for joining. Sarah Van Balahi, you're the most active on the chat. I appreciate that. So next week, I might start the live stream slightly earlier, and I also will probably have to leave before the normal end time of 11:30. I have to be somewhere by 12, so I'll probably have to end before I usually do. Maybe it'll be like a 1 hour live stream next week. We'll see. But I definitely can't stay up until 11:30. I have to bounce before then. But anyways, if you got this far, please leave a like on the video so that it helps with the algorithm. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. And I gotta get back to my work, and also I need to write an outline for video this week. I'm not too sure what topic I'm going to be covering. Maybe I'll just do a video on this. That's what last week. What I ended up doing is I took my my transcript from the live stream and was like, all right, what are my major points? And therefore I made like a very concise version and made a video. So maybe I'll do the same with this, because I'm just really busy right now, and I have to focus on my job, the main one right now. But anyways, thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys again soon. Take care.